welcome back to the channel. We are continuing on with our Minecraft Create Factory, and as you can see, this little area over here is quite a bit different. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to expand our chocolate making facility. So we are now making chocolate covered berries. So we have a bunch of these berries here, and fortunately the mechanical harvester is able to do the same thing with this as it can with my cocoa beans. So it will only harvest once the plant has grown to the point where it is programmed harvestable. So what we did is we expanded our milk production facility over here, because with the amount of milk that we need to make all this stuff, we need a lot of milk. So we have our cows spanning this entire thing. I got rid of the sheep because I don't really need wool at this point. I can always get more later if I need it. Okay. And then, I don't know why they're all stuck at this end. Get over there. I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that. But at any rate, we have a long line of deployers that are ready to grab milk. Buckets still come over here. I've just expanded this tunnel system down. You can go back and look at previous episodes to see what that looked like before. But at this point, I now have a long line of a lot of milk being dropped down here. So now that we have our milk production expanded, we have set ourselves up really well to be able to have a bunch of chocolate being made. So I now have it set up so that berries get pulled off the line over here. Berries get pulled off the line over here, get put in this chest, and then the berries fall onto this conveyor belt, which brings it to this chute, which brings it over to this conveyor belt to get squirted with chocolate, and then it just goes back out and gets put onto the main conveyor belt over there. And then this fluid container from the last time is the chocolate container that we were using to put chocolate into here, but I have now split it so that chocolate comes out of here to make bars, chocolate bars to be brought over there, and also gets pulled out up here to get squirted down onto our cherry facility over here. So when we have enough milk, to make a bar, when we have enough milk to make chocolate. That's not. Okay, feel free to. Milk gets put into here to make chocolate. Chocolate gets put into here to get. It gets output here, gets pumped into the tank here, and then either chocolate gets put into here to make bars, or chocolate gets pumped up into here to create chocolate covered berries. So that's the basic format of what we have going on right now. And then I did, after the last episode, go ahead and kind of condense my cocoa making process down quite a bit. It's now only taking up 5 blocks rather than 7 blocks, and I've condensed this down to one shaft with harvesters on it, a chest, and a deployer, and the portable storage unit goes over here and just drops the cocoa onto the thing here when it's ready. Which is weird because it doesn't look like it's actually dropping anything on here. That's concerning. It was doing that. I'm not sure why. Do I have bone meal? Let me okay, it did that. And yeah. Okay, well, I guess we may need to expand this because we're clearly not making enough chocolate at this point. We got plenty of milk. Where's my milk tank? Oh, the milk tank's hidden. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually see into it right now, but yeah, we got plenty of milk. So the log jam right now is just having enough cocoa beans being made. So I may have to like double my production, expand the line out a little bit more. We'll see. I'll play around with it, but for now we're making it. We just need more chocolate to be able to create. We need more cocoa beans to make enough chocolate to keep the production line steadily moving. So other than that, this is a really short episode today because it took me a long time to figure out getting getting the berries over here was really simple. Getting the chocolate to squirt on it was really simple, but the hard part was just getting out there and working on getting the cows to getting the milk production. Hold on, I gotta go down here. All right, getting the milk production just figured out because it was very I don't know, it was a big pain. I had to extend the fence out over this way, make sure we're not going to get hit by anybody. I had to extend the fence out over this way. I had to put a whole bunch of extra deployers over there, and then I had to remove I had to remove one of my water wheels to make space for all of the extra funnels I needed to get the milk to drop down over here. So we're missing one water wheel on this side, which honestly isn't that big of a deal, but it's another thing I had to take into consideration when I was trying to figure all of this out. And then in addition to all of that was just trying to get it to where all of the belts would line up, the brass tunnel here would line up and do a forced round robin. I had to play with a bunch of different configurations. So it took me a couple of hours to get in here and really figure out how all of this needed to be set up so that everything did kind of a circle the way I wanted it to go. But now we have berry production, we have milk production, extensive milk production, and then we also just have the awesome factory downstairs that is in the process of making bread. We're making chocolate bars, we're making cake, we're making chocolate covered berries. We're just making all kinds of awesome food down here on this second level. So I think what I will end up doing is I'll move this back as far as I can, and then I'll extend this out so that it's just making a lot more. Because the cocoa beans just take a long time to grow, and that's the problem. So unless I can figure out a way to automatically bone meal something, which may be possible, but then I got to figure out bone meal, and that I don't know about that. That's probably some kind of mob spawner. That might actually be the way to go. Maybe it makes sense for me to make a mob spawner so that I can get bone meal, because even if I double this, it's still not gonna. It'll double my cocoa production, but it's not going to make this a continuous stream of stuff, especially when I have two different lines relying on chocolate to make it happen. So maybe but I don't know, mob spawners just aren't all that reliable. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it, think about how I want to do it. And I also do have a problem over here that my sugar is not making its way over here because I don't have a way of making that work. So I'm gonna have to revisit this too, to make sure that it's evenly splitting my sugar on these two lines to continue making cakes, and then also distributing it like this works is the way it's supposed to. But I don't know. I got a little bit of logistical work to do, but that's going to have to wait for another episode because I've already spent a lot of time figuring this out. And even though the result is relatively simple, implementing it was not. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series, as I always say. Hopefully you guys are liking and subscribing and doing all of those algorithm happy things that make channels grow. And hopefully the next time you come back here, I'll have figured out most of the bugs in my system. And I'm not really sure what our next project is going to be. We've pretty much done everything we can do with chocolate. I think we might try to figure out these sweet rolls here, because that's just bread and milk, which shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I can just branch off my milk tank and branch off some of the bread. So yeah, I think between now and then, I think next episode will be expanding this out, fixing my cake production over here, and then figuring out a way to branch off the milk and some of the bread so that we can turn it into sweet rolls, because who doesn't like sweet rolls? So that's all we're going to do today. Pretty short video, but hopefully it's enticing enough that it'll make you want to come back next time. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those things, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.